Yo, welcome back to Crazy Bowl TV. Big up to all of you guys joining us for another episode, another stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's get some house cleaning out of the way. Please sub, share, and like. Don't forget a notification bell. Very important for notification purposes, so you know right away when we are on. YouTube sometimes, I don't know, they have too many people on stream or what. Sometimes they will send it to you like, what, 3 weeks later. That's when you get the video that we are on. But yes, man, make sure that you do hit that notification bell. It's as important as the likes. Get the shares up. Let's get the subs up. We are 601 right now. Big up to all of you guys who are our new subscribers. We appreciate you guys and our current subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you for still rocking with us. Today, we're just gonna get on the Liverpool plays Frankfurt today. Eintracht Frankfurt is gonna be massive. It's gonna be massive. I believe we are in Frankfurt today. Big up yourself, Honesty. He said, man, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you. Always being with us on the day ones, man. I appreciate you. Gary says Isak will be a huge problem in this team. I don't know how, but I'm sure you're going to explain to us how he's going to be a big problem. Big up to you, TW74. Big up, big up, big up. Thank you for being with us. Man. So today, I don't even know what to think. No matter what happens with the team, I still rock with my Liverpool, man. I support Liverpool no matter what. Even though the manager will be and certain players will be annoying the hell out of me, I'm still going to be rocking the team because the team comes first, right? The team comes first. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Thank you, Aquaba. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Yes. Man. Today, at the end of the day, we got to support our club, right? We got to support our club. The club comes first. Players and managers, they come and go. But we got to support our club. So today, Liverpool have a match, Champions League. We have to support the boys. Whether the manager plays the formation, the lineup, whatever the manager do, we still have to support him. We could always criticize lack of performance, lack of tactics awareness. We could always do that. But the most important is, as a fan, we have to support the boys, and we need to win today. We have to win today. We cannot put pressure on ourselves to drop points. And I'm not wanting one. I'm not trying to get a draw. I want to win. All right. Gary saying he's not either fit or he doesn't work in the system. Does Ekitike work in the system? Ekitike looks excitable because he comes off the bench and he's all this. But I don't see anything that he's doing that helps the team. If I want to be petty, I can go back and say, well, the goals he scored, some of it was luck. Right? But at the end of the day, he's a Liverpool player, so I have to support him. The same way I'm supporting Isak. Isak is not being fed. There's a video going around of Salah having the ball. Instead of passing to Wirtz or Isak, he decides to shoot, and the ball don't even hit the side net, and he's right in front of the goal. Big up to Christian. He's in the house. He said we will not win this game. 4-4-2 diamond works best for us. Every game, Ekitike start Liverpool won. No, not every game. We need to stop that foolishness. This agenda, people need to grow off this agenda. Which, from the first 3 games that he started and then got himself sent off, after that, he hasn't. The game after, what was it? Galatasaray, he started. We didn't win. So we need to stop these agendas. This guy said losing complete faith in the manager and the team is the worst feelings. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. That's why we have 2 top strikers. If one is not fit, the other has to play. It's on slot to change things. The question that I have is, even when Ekitike is playing, are we playing to his strength? Because Ekitike is a baller. Yes, he's young, he's raw, but he is a baller. And we are not playing to his strength. The goals that he scored, I would say maybe 2 of them, team work play, right? The team did well to get that goal. The other one is he has to create something from nowhere. So we are not playing at his strength. That's the frustrating part. I mean, if Salah is the problem and the manager is still playing him, whose fault is that? That's my question, right? This is our night tonight, but I am not sure come Saturday. Brother, at this point, winning a game is not good enough for me. For me to change my mind that this manager has to go, and certain players, you guys saw the other show. If you haven't, go watch it. Great show. Thank you for Irishman and Mandem who joined us. I'm ready for Salah VVD slot to be out. I'm sorry. And I'm going to talk about more about the VVD in a little bit. It's literally slot. This guy, Christian. Why should I back a manager who can get a Kitike Isak for playing well? I'm not backing that. I got you. I got to back the team. Bro, we are in a really bad form right now, and the manager isn't doing anything to change it. If he can't change it, he should move. JP, man, like, big up yourself, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. See, when will Isak start working? Ask the manager. Ask the manager. You're picking a fight that's not there, brother. You're picking a fight that's not there. Now, let me talk a little bit about, he said, Ibrahim Konate has named Mo Salah as Liverpool best player. Yeah, Konate needs his head checked. He needs his head checked. He watched too much. That's a problem. He doesn't sleep at night. He's out here playing video games and watching too much anime. That's why he's also out of form. He needs to be resting instead of making stupid comments like that. This is my problem with Virgil. As a leader, he's not being a leader. See, this is the part where I'm not in favor of the best player being the captain, because it's only because he's the best player. Leadership has nothing to do with you being the best player. There's so many teams where the captain has never been the best player, but everybody respects the captain. Stevie G was lead by example. But honestly, I'll tell you who the type of my preference of captainship is John Terry or Rio. Because they'll get in your face. Just like, what's the name? Roy Keane. And even Vieira. Those are the type of leadership that I like. Of course, I don't want somebody who just talk nonsense like Ibra. No, that's not the type I want. I'm talking about the one who, when things are going down, they step up and say, listen, everybody follows me. And we're not seeing that from Virgil. Virgil's making a lot of mistakes and it's costing us goals. And guess who gets blamed for it? Kirkers. If Virgil is seeing that Kirkers is not playing well, he needs to be the leader and say, listen, this is how we play. Let me show you. Virgil is the best center back in the world. He's the best defender by none. There's nobody close to him. Even at his later stage in his life, he is still better than the top 98% of the center backs out there or the defenders out there. But you being the man, he's not just a great defender. He is a genius too. You would have thought he would put Kirkers on the side and teach him how to play instead of always pointing fingers at him. Maybe he's frustrated. Maybe he has told the manager, hey, certain things is not working. The manager is not listening, so he's projecting on Kirkers. Even him doing that is not a good leadership. What will happen is when Virgil makes a mistake, guess who we blame? Konate, Kirkers, or somebody in the midfield. Virgil needs to take responsibility. When things were not going out and he was trying to sign his contract, what did he do? We need help. He was talking. Right now, you see the team is not working out, but you don't say anything. Of course, I don't want you to come in front of the TV and blast the manager or whatever, but brother, you need to say something. Too lethargic. walking around like the game that we played against Crystal Palace, that has still annoyed. I haven't gotten over that because as a captain, I'm looking at you. Yes, in the second half, manager needs to step up and do certain changes, but we all know where the manager is. And you guys, I told you I'm on the dark side. I want him out. But Virgil needs to step up and be a leader and stop acting like, just because he's the best player on the field, nothing should be ever talked about him. He makes too much excuses. He makes too much mistakes. And if we're going to be talking about Salah, we need to be talking about Virgil. Salah is also not playing well. We all know, documented since last season. Last season, goals and assists, GAs, kind of brush over Salah's performance. And a lot of us talked about it, and we were told, well, Salah never plays well. He just score goals and I give assists. That's BS. Go back to the first half of when Salah came to Liverpool and see how well he was playing. There's a reason why the front three was working. Reason why? Because if you leave Mane by himself, you are in trouble. If you leave Salah by himself, you are in trouble. And then you have the ultimate equalizer by the name of Bobby Firmino. And what does Bobby does? Put everything together. That's why I call him the system. But if we're going to be criticizing Salah, which you guys have heard me criticize Salah, Virgil also needs to get the same thing. And Virgil has been making mistake upon mistake upon mistake, like he doesn't want to be there sometimes. I can go back to when Klopp's last season. I remember him giving a pass to Trent in the place where he wasn't supposed to, and he didn't just give him a good pass, he just shot the ball at Trent. And guess what? Bowman got the ball and scored a goal on that. Now guess who got blamed for it? Trent, because he didn't trap the ball properly. So for me, Virgil needs to get even more of the blame than what Salah is getting. He's getting away with it, right? There's even an article going around, and I'm going to share it. Right? I'm going to share it, and you guys will understand. And this gentleman is not somebody I usually agree with, but he made a very good point, and I think it needs to be talked about because this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Let me share this and you guys can see. Big up to all of you guys in the building. I appreciate you guys, man. Keep the likes up. Keep the likes up. Let's get this show rocking, man. We need to talk about this. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. And we can't be fooled with the smiles and when they are in training. Okay, so Craig Burley on ESPN FC, right, said Virgil van Dijk to me is not leading at the moment. He's blaming. He added that Kirkers is getting swallowed up by the pressure and that Van Dijk constant gesture don't help the situation. I agree 1,000%. 1,000%. Kirkers haven't been playing bad. But every single thing that goes wrong, everybody's like, oh, how bad is Kirkers? How bad? Tell me what game did Kirkers was burned by any winger? There hasn't been one game you could pick and said he was burnt. Did Semenyo give him problems? Yes. Semenyo is giving everybody problems right now. Did Bruno dunked on him during when St. James Park? Yes. What was he doing with his back turned to the attacker? But tell me when has Kirkers been beaten up? Kirkers hasn't been burnt. His position on the team, yes, that comes with time. He needs to learn that. That's why when Robo comes in, it's seamless. But guess what? Robo keep making the same mistakes. Same mistakes that people have said they wanted a new left back. Kirkers, as a defender, has been playing to his strength, but the manager has not. So he's lost. And whose fault is that? Is the manager and the captain. And people need to address it instead of, oh, he's the best player, he's the best center back, so we should not talk about it. Let's blame somebody else. Oh, let's blame Konate. Let's blame Kirk. No. If I'm going to be holding Salah accountable, I need to hold my captain accountable because my captain is not stepping up as a leader. And right now, guess what? Who said it? Who said it? Who said it? Ro, my brother. You are in my head. You are in my head because that's exactly what I would do right now. If you tell me take the captain and give it to somebody, I'm giving it to Szoboszlai. Alisson is injured, so I can give it to Alisson right now. I'm taking the captain. I'm ripping it off Virgil's hand and putting it on Szoboszlai's hand. That's what I would do. Because Virgil decided to sign a new contract. And when he signed that new contract, he, out of everybody, including Salah, should know better what Liverpool is all about. But right now, them two are not acting like it. What they acting around like, they kind of going around like, yeah, we're the big bros and we're gonna, little bro everybody. Everybody follow us. And they following you guys, and you guys are leading them down a hole that is not working. And that's where I'm frustrated. And the only player I could say could be the captain, the other one is injured. The other one is not getting the game time, and that's Robbo. I would take that captain band and put it on Szoboszlai right now. Remember, Szoboszlai is the captain of his nation too. So it's not just Virgil, right? Salah is a captain of his nation, right? Robbo is. There's a lot of captain players in our team right now. So right now, Virgil right now is not being a leader. He's too lethargic. He is too comfortable and kind of like he's not hungry anymore. Yes, you want two leagues. You want a Champions League. You want everything that needs to be won. You're almost, personally, I think Virgil should have been the Ballon d'Or winner. They didn't give it to him, right? They didn't give it to him. But right now, we need you to step up like the best player on the planet that you is. And you not. He's getting away with it because guess what? When we played Manchester United, they kept throwing the ball on his side and he kept winning it air duels. So everybody's like, wow, Virgil balled out. Virgil did not do anything. I'm not looking at just his football attribute. He's the captain, so it comes with more, not just him being the best center back. What is he doing to help the other players? Is he making them better? We were told when you play with Virgil, you play better because he makes you better. Who has he make better this season? Yeah, we can blame Salah because Salah is doo-doo right now. He should not even... If Liverpool was looking for a player, Salah would, with the performance that Salah has been given, they would never sign Salah. Let's be honest. Whatever is going on with Salah, I'm looking at the manager because the manager is the one that is allowing to continue. Hence the reason why a lot of people are starting to say slot out. You know what I mean? Big up to Irishman. He in the building. Thank you. Let me send you the link. You know what I mean? So that's where I am with my frustration right now. That's why I am with my frustration. We cannot, Virgil cannot be getting away with murder. It can't be the only time people criticize him is when he makes a clear and obvious mistake or somebody gets one over him and the rival fans start to make fun of him. Then that's when everybody's like, yeah, Virgil. No, we see the game. Some of us read the game and he has not been playing well. The funny thing is because he's so good when his level down is somebody else's best performance. So a lot of times people cannot see, no, this is not the Virgil that we signed. This is not the leader that is supposed to be the captain. Or the captain who's supposed to be the leader. And right now, personally, from day one, you guys could go to my show. I have never wanted Virgil to be the captain. It looks good on him because that man is a good-looking man. I mean, that's Virgil that we're talking about here. But if you have asked me who else you wanted, I would have never given it. I would have given to Alisson. Yeah, I'm biased. Alisson is my favorite player, but so is Virgil. Them two are my two favorite players in Liverpool since Klopp set up this juggernaut. Them two players, it's Alisson, Virgil, Mane, Bobby Firmino. Those are my main four. And it goes Sometimes Salah, sometimes Genie, sometimes Henderson. So that position is always wide open, right? And then, of course, my man Crash, Thiago came in. So I had to put Thiago in there. Yes, I'm biased. Sue me. He said Ali definitely has. Yes, Alisson is definitely a great quality defender. I said quality leadership. Leadership is not always the person who's like, rah, 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 rah. No, that's not just the leadership. Stevie G was the leader. Lead by example. When things are going bad, what does he do? Follow me, and he shows everybody how we need to play. Even when he's having a bad time, guess who was there for him? Jamie Carragher. That's why Henderson is so respected, and some of you guys didn't get it. When Henderson was having a bad time, who was there for him? Milner. And them two, if something is going wrong in the club, guess what? They talk to the manager. They bring everybody together and they talk. Now we're hearing that, oh, we had meetings. Instead of practicing, they have a meeting. Should have had the meeting a long time ago when you didn't play well against Crystal Palace. Rasta Crab in the building. Aziz said we don't just have one captain, we have leadership group, and I think the moment we need to blame all of them and mostly the manager because he's not getting the best. I agree. Salah is in one of those leadership group. Virgil is the head of those leadership group. I think Robo is on there. And I think my boy Alisson is also in there. 4-1 this evening, Edward. I mean, I appreciate that you have faith in our squad because that's what I believe. I think we're going to win. And we should win. But right now, winning for me is not good enough. And people will be like, what the hell is Kwesi talking about? Right now, I'm looking for the end game. If we don't win a trophy, I'm not changing my mind about this manager. And the trophy cannot be a Carabao and an FA Cup. I'm even going to dumb it down and say, after spending 450 million, win me a Champions League or a Premier League, and I can let it slide for next year. Other than that, just winning game and entertaining me is not going to be enough. Yes, I will talk about it. I'll be excited about it because we win it. We probably go to the top of the league. Cool. But at the end of the season, if I don't have a silverware, a major silverware, I'm still standing on the dark side and saying Salah out, Virgil out, Slot out. And I might even start adding some more players in. I will give the new boys time to gel. I'll give them time to grow, including the young players. But them players who have done it before, you are not getting any pass from me. We do not do that. Same boy said, somebody said, we'll be lucky to get top 4 at this point with the way we playing. No, it is dark. Dean, big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. And I think you were one of the people who also saw it, that something was wrong, and we were like, nah. And I need somebody to find me, what's his name? Juicy J. Can't believe I'm saying that. And he told us too in the beginning, and we said, nah. Rasta, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I said I'm on the dark side, so he's out. Irishman, man, how you doing, brother? Don't let me talk all this. Because right now, if you allow me, I will even talk about the game that's going to happen. Because I can't even see anything positive coming, even though I know we're going to win. But like I said, winning alone is not good for me anymore. Right? Winning does not allow me to say, okay, we could now. No, I need a trophy. I don't care when the trophy comes. If I'm going to keep hating till the trophy comes, then that's what I'll do. But right now, this manager needs to win me a major trophy for me to even say, okay, I might give you a couple more games next season. But right now, nah. I'm not giving my final decision until the end of the season. What says you, my brother?
Well, he can't win a trophy tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Winning alone is not good enough. So
make sure he gets. Yeah, right, make sure he gets your memo.
I'm on the dark side, right? I'm cool. Yeah, I'm on the dark side.
Yeah.
For me to come back to the light, I need a trophy. Big up to Ends, man, is in the building. I know Ant is already on the dark side. He's been on the dark side from game 2, right? Him and Savage. Savage was on the dark side last season. So I've joined the dark side. Right now, I'm with, what they call him, the dark side of the force. But Irishman, continue.
Yeah, you guys are gone, man. I know you're gone. I'm not fucking Luke Skywalker either, so I'm not going to be coming here trying to switch anyone back. Tough times, we were having a conversation about yesterday. There's well, look, you could give it to January, but it's sort of at this when you've lost 4 in a row,
right?
I think it's almost like nearly on a game by game basis now, because you could wait till January, but a lot can happen between now and January, and you could end up in pretty bad area. I really don't know, because this coach, we don't have any experience of, Slot, this happened to him before at blah 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 club,
right?
But right now, my main problem will be if we were to get rid of this manager at some time in the next couple of weeks, there ain't nobody out there that's going to come in.
Right.
That's going to be better than him. That's going to be a guaranteed reason too. Like, we got rid of Rodgers because we knew Klopp and Ancelotti were available. There's absolutely nothing like that caliber on the market right now. And people are saying, Iraola would walk to Liverpool tomorrow. How do we know?
Nah.
So you're going to bring in some random stopgap dude. You're going to totally rip up everything that you're going to probably have to want to change next summer anyway. I'm not saying like these are reasons not to move, but right now I would be incredibly reticent to do anything in a hair trigger kind of panic, because just show me the plan. Like, there's a lot of people, like I say, to point out what the problem is, but there's not so many solutions out there. And I would like to know which manager genuinely comes in and is a guaranteed uptick. Now, if Slot loses the next 3, if he loses the next 2-3 games in a row, then I think we may have to, but that's not ideal. Like, I mean, even if we do, if people get what they wanted and he was gone in the next 2 or 3 days, or the next 2 or 3 games, then just be careful. Just be careful what you wish for as well, I say, because I would love us to bring in a manager. If it wasn't working, I want it to work. If it wasn't working, I'd love us to bring in a manager who is the next freaking Jurgen Klopp, but I don't know who that guy is. And I think we're going to end up with another Arne Slot type potentially. So just be careful what you wish for. I think we should kind of hold the line a little bit. Don't panic. And give him a chance to improve it, because the timing is all on this one. But I mean, this is football, man. You get to 5 in a row and 6 in a row, and then with all the best will in the world, you take everything I've said into account. I take everything I've said into account, but your position can become untenable. With all the best planning in the world, and even knowing that there might not be somebody out there, but if he loses the players, he loses the dressing room, if he loses the confidence, then his position could become untenable. But I don't expect him to lose the next 2 games. But I didn't expect him to lose the last 4 either.
4, exact. That's what I was going to say, Irishman. The thing is, I have
no idea. Quite honest, I have no idea. Like, someone was asking me last night, and I said, "Look, I know what I want to do, but I don't know what the right thing to do is." There's a difference between knowing what I want to do and knowing what the right thing to do is.
Right.
But as I said to you, you could be managing Billericay Town. If you lose 4 games in a row, you're under pressure. You can be managing the under-12s girls team. You lose 4 in a row, you're under pressure. People are asking questions, let alone at Liverpool.
Right.
So I hate this. And none of us want to be in this position.
No, we don't. But see, this is the thing, though, Irishman. 450 million spent. The players that he has, I think the reason why a lot of people are saying Raiola or Glasner or whatever is the players are there for him to use it the right way. The problem that people are having, and myself, and maybe I should not speak for everybody, but the problem I'm having is you haven't found a solution. You're making too much excuses when the press conference comes up. Last season, he was not, even when he didn't play well or we didn't win, he will come in and say, you know what? This is the reason why we didn't do well. This is the reason why. It's because of this. And we keep on moving. Right? That's why towards the end of the season, nobody was making too much of a fuss when we were not playing well, because the man was honest, and most of the time we agree with his honesty. Right now, he's not. He's just making excuses. And that is infuriating a lot of people. If he had come out and say, listen, people, we have new players coming in. We're trying to embed them. It will take time. So some of the stuff that we're trying to do is not working, but we're going to keep working at it. I promise you, most of the people who say they want him out will say, you know what? That's true. We should be expected. Right? But he's not. He's coming out and making excuses upon excuses, blaming referees, blaming statistics, telling us about what Arsenal is doing is not sustainable. Brother, Arsenal is playing football that is legal. Whether you like it or not, is legal. It's part of the game. When Mourinho was doing it, everybody lauded him as the greatest manager of all time. Why are you talking about somebody else instead of talking about your team? That is what is infuriating people. And I think this break, it was the most important break, because he can sit down and say, you know what, let me start making some changes. Let me tweak something here. Liverpool versus Manchester was the one that people wanted to say, you know what, let's see it. And what does he do? He does forget the lineup. The tactics hasn't changed. The instructions hasn't changed. Formation hasn't changed. It's like, brother, what were you doing the entire break? And later on to find out that he was taking a vacation. Cool, take your vacation. I'm in all for anybody to take a vacation. But when it was time for you to work, what was your assistant? What was the stats team talking about? What was the scouting team talking about? What was going on? You guys just came back and said, hey, yeah, let's meet out at the coffee shop at the training center and let's just talk about it. That is what is pissing people off. I already said I was expecting the team to be good next season because of the amount of new players that is in. Plus, next season, we have to bring in new players because some of these players are leaving. Some are leaving for free. Some of them are going to get sold. So you have to replace them. We don't have good enough youth to take over. And as you can see, he doesn't even play enough of the youth for them to be able to take over. So I'm expecting growing pains till next year. And there's nothing that this guy has done to say, okay, let me accommodate this. All he's doing he's overcompensating. He's making the game too complicated. He's trying to please everybody on the field, and it's not working. So I agree with you that it's very hard to find somebody to come in right now, but I promise you with the manager, a new manager bounce. Maybe the new manager will have enough kahunas to say, you know what, Salah, you sit on the bench. Virgil, you can't keep doing what you're doing. If you do it, I'm going to take the captainship from you and sit you on the bench. I don't care who you are. We will wait till January to get a new center back. That is what Liverpool need right now because the players are way too comfortable. The leadership group, like somebody mentioned, are not leading. They are way too comfortable. So in a way, I kind of agree with what Carl said a long time ago about we need a player who can bring something different to change the apple cart a little bit. But Virgil, you're too comfortable. Salah, too comfortable. And nobody could say nothing to them because guess what? They are winners. They are Ballon d'Or competitors. So we need somebody to come in to upset the apple cart a little bit. And Edwards, I'm looking at you. Mr. Hughes, I'm looking at you too. There's too much comfortability going on in the club right now. That's why people show up on the field and they act like, yeah, we will flip the switch whenever we want. You see what I mean? I think for most people with sense, that's their frustration. So with that, can you find a manager who could come in and be a player person? Yes. There's another bald guy by the name of Zidane who have done it before. You see what I mean, Irishman? The players are there. We need somebody who can lead them and who could change a few things. That's what I think.
Well, look, this is This is getting kind of silly now, as far as I'm concerned, because people are just going down to give me any manager. They just want
No,
any manager.
no.
So
You
you
can't
got
do that.
Christian that are saying the idea about no manager is available in BS. I never said there's no manager. You can get any fucking manager you want, man. You can go out there and you can go all the way down through the leagues. You can get any manager you want. Is that manager going to come in and be good enough? Nuno's available in a couple of weeks when West Ham sack him. Is he going to do the job? Do you want Ange Postecoglou? He's available. Don't tell me Alonso. Don't say Alonso. Don't say Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique is not walking out of PSG right now because we have a few fancy players. Come on, name a manager that's going to come in, grab this team, and take about it and win games with it immediately. Because you don't know one. There isn't one that's a guarantee.
Yeah.
Iraola, yeah, he's just going to walk out on Bournemouth. Why would he? He might be having a better job lined up for himself next year. True. Glasner. Yeah, if you think Iraola is just going to walk out on Bournemouth, I think you might be mistaken. Glasner. Jesus. Mr. Tree at the back, Glasner. Yeah, we got Slot in the summer. I'm talking about breaking and getting a manager out of a club right now. I'm not saying Iraola is one name that I could think of, but I don't also want a manager that's prepared to walk out on his team midway through a season when he's building something. So I'm just saying, people are just saying, oh, just get a manager, any manager. He'll walk in, he'll do the job. Fabregas has already turned down the Inter job because he's a part owner of Como and he wants to stay there. He has bigger fish to fry. He's going to be getting the Barcelona job in his mind. So just this idea that there's a guy out there, and then you can just name a name. Oh, boom, he comes in. Glasner? I think Glasner is the guy that won a couple of cups. If we'd gone after Glasner when Klopp left, there would have been volcanic eruptions of anger.
Somebody says Stephen G. Bunkers LC. I know you just trolling. But I mean, this is the thing though, Irishman. Let me be the devil's advocate and try to speak for the people in the chat. I think they're going off with the name that you said, name two. So they named two. Right now, the two names in the Premier League that are you can get. Yeah, the two names that you could get right now in the Premier League is Glasner and Iraola. I can't even say his name properly. Raiola, right? Those are the two, basically, for me, beside Arteta, Pep, are probably the two best managers right now. I can even, honorable mention is the Brighton manager. I think he's doing very well. But those two managers, Glasner and Iraola, are doing very, very well. And I can see why people saying them two can come in because... No,
you're just getting this nonsense from Rasa. This is effing Liverpool. Most managers would jump at this job.
Yes, I mean, everybody would jump.
He just said what I said. Rasta, right. I just said this is Liverpool. Almost any manager in the world would jump at the chance to work. I'm asking to name a manager that will come in and do a better job.
And that's what I'm saying. Glasner and
they can't do it.
But that's why we all thought about Slot. Nobody knew who Slot was.
It was in the summer.
I mean, let's be honest.
It wasn't November.
True. However, Slot and Glasner and Raiola at one point were all at the same level. Nobody knew who they were until they came to the league and showed their stuff. Arteta was a number 2 for years, and then he became a number 1. So in that part, I would disagree with you because we can say we can now. I'm not saying what you said. That's not a valid point. You can't just bring anybody in there. The person has to fit the FSG/Liverpool ethos, the same way they found Slot. But at the same time, brother, the manager is not showing anything to the fan base or to the world of football that he can change. He's doing the same mistakes over and over and over. That's what my question is. Was it he who won us the league, or was it the one who left to Ajax won us the league? You see what I mean? That's the thing. You have great players right now. Now, is the great players are not listening to you. That's a whole different problem. Then we have a bigger problem than just the manager. But right now, with what we're seeing, is the manager problem. He is not doing what last year he came in. Last year he came in, he put his stamp on the team. And last year he didn't even have anybody.
He's got players letting him down. Zidane has made it clear he'll never work in England. He wants the French job. Deschamps is leaving after the World Cup. Zidane is getting the French job. He's not. He's made it clear before he doesn't want to work in the Premier League. That can change. Of course, that can change. But right now, Zidane is floating around the football world like some kind of deity. Do you know what I mean? He wants the Madrid job. He wants the France job. He's no interest in getting in mucky, or getting his boots mucky in England.
Right.
It's no one is. I'm just saying, like this kind of just sack him and just get anybody. Anybody will be happy.
No, that one, of course. That one we can't just get anybody. Yes, anybody will want.
But don't just sack somebody. You bring in someone that doesn't work. You set yourself.
But that we know. But we know that that's not the Liverpool way. Liverpool will do the due diligence before they bring anybody. But for me, I think Raiola and Glasner, with the players we have, they can do a very good job. Whether they will win, we didn't know what Slot was coming to do, right? But the best thing especially with Raiola and Glasner, they are experienced in the Premier League, so they know how the league is.
Yeah, but Slot's won a league. True. Is he not experienced?
Yeah, he is, and that's the Irishman. That's the frustrating part with me. Why are you playing a style knowing that it's not working after having a year of experience? Let's forget about if he won the league or not, right? And I know somebody asked a question earlier about if he didn't win the league last year,
would have given this time? But he did win the league.
He didn't win the league, so that one is
hypothetical.
You can't do anything.
A negative answer. You're just putting up a hypothetical, just trying to elicit a negative answer.
Exactly.
He did win the league.
He didn't win
basing it on facts. Why would I invent a world where he didn't win the league and then say, "Oh, I haven't won it"? Now I'd be pissed off. It's just pure madness.
So that part, you can quantify if he didn't win. Now, I can understand if you say, will we give him more leeway? Maybe we'll give him more leeway because it'd be like, oh, you came in top 4, you probably won a trophy, or you went to a final. Maybe, and then now you got more money to spend, so you got better players. So let's see. People would have probably given him more chance and more breather. But the thing is, brother, we've seen that you can go toe-to-toe with the best, and you are making simple mistakes. And then you're making excuses. And you continue. That's the thing that's frustrating with people. He's making the same mistake over and over, expecting something different. And the annoying part is, even if he doesn't play Salah, he brings in another player to play like Salah. Something that Jurgen Klopp used to do that was annoying me. Where he would make a change, but still stick to his same principles that was not working. Right? He brings in Gravenberg and playing him like positions that we were like, bro, this kid has never played there before. Bringing Gakpo in and playing Gakpo in central midfield when Gakpo has never played there before. Just to make your system work, you don't want to change. And that's what Slot is doing right now. You got the best player, the best striker, second to Haaland, and you are not feeding the beast. That one is unforgivable. And now I can see why a lot of people say, let's bring in Ekitike because Isak is not playing well. No, feed the beast. Isak is not there to be running around like Bobby Firmino. I'm sorry. Isak is not there to be running around like Bobby Firmino. Isak's job is, I'm up here, give me the ball, I put it in the back of the net. That's it. Now, if we're doing that and he can put the ball in the back of the net, just like we did to Nunes, move out of the way, Ekitike, you next. But the fact that a center back had to show the midfield and anybody up top how to give a proper pass to Isak, that is embarrassing alone. That's the frustration that everybody's getting. And I promise you, if he changes today and start playing at the strength, quote unquote, at the strength of the players, you're going to see a lot of people start changing their mood. They will still want him out, but they're not going to be hearing Slot. They will just keep quiet and watch what's going on. But this guy is making mistakes and then making excuses and blaming people else. Jimmy, I understand he won the league last year. But see, this is the problem. You cannot, last year does not help us this year. Irishman, do you agree or disagree with that?
I was asked the question, if he had not won it last year. So that's the only reason I'm talking about last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. This is a new start, but this is all. I mean, this is crazy. This is all happening in the space of about a month.
Mm-hmm.
This is one bad month, right? If this has been spread out over time or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone's rightly worried. There were massive warning signs, man. The players let them down against Man United.
Yeah.
I've been saying it from the minute that match was halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
There's no aggression. There's no fight. There's nothing from these players. There's nothing. We're a bunch of pussies out on that pitch that are just easy to play against. Now, that can come down to the manager, but it can also come down to the players. And then you've got Mo Salah going missing yet again. You got Virgil kicking the ball at his own player and giving out to him. You've got everybody not performing. Right? Mo has not played well this season. I don't give a shit. Mo hasn't played well this season compared to how he plays in other seasons. Same manager last year. Ripped it up. Just watch him with your eyes. People, Gakpo, as I've been saying, we need to get rid of this guy for a while now. But I tried to put it in more polite terms, but he's just not good enough for Liverpool. There's no fight, there's no hunger. He's not pressing people. Isak is an elite goal scorer. You give him a chance, but right now you have a bunch of players on that team. McAllister looks like he's shot. And we're just, like I said, that was the most worrying thing for me is you can get beaten at home by Manchester United, but you can't get beaten at home in that kind of manner. They have to be getting up the next day with sore ankles and bruised shins and a little bit of a limp. It has to, not dirty, but it has to be a tough game.
Right.
And we didn't lay a glove on them. We didn't lay a glove on Quasi, and that was utterly embarrassing for me. It was the same against Everton. It was like a friendly game, tippy tappy. Don't kick anyone too hard. Don't get hurt. Embarrassing. And that for me, like I said, everyone else talk about tactics better than I can, and this player should be here and there. I just know what I see on the pitch, and I just didn't see a Liverpool versus Manchester derby out on that pitch. I saw a game between Tottenham and Wolves. That was the intensity. It was mid-table intensity, rivalry. They don't hate each other. And that's what needs to change now. That obviously comes from the whole group itself. That comes from. Now, I don't think we have a real leader out on that pitch. I don't think we have a real.
Thank you. I've been saying that.
Whatever you want to, Yaya Toure, whatever you want to call it in the midfield out there. Someone that's going to really not even Yaya Toure, but someone that it doesn't have to be dirty football. It's not going back.
No, it's just the person has to assume. Irishman, the person. That's why I'm upset at Virgil right now, because Virgil get away with murder all the time, right? He has respect of the entire club, the whole fan base. I'm not saying he should come out and be like somebody who just throwing his, act like how Ronaldo acted at Man United, even though, yes, Man United was not at the standard that he wanted. But however, there's a way as a leader, you could step up and say, listen, people, we got to grind through this. We got to grind through this. Right? Yeah, I'm hearing that he's helping, what's the name? Isak acclimatize to what's going on. Cool. But it doesn't stop at Isak. It's supposed to be the whole squad. Right? Right now, whatever the manager is, whatever he's doing is not working. And Jimmy Starr, I get what you're saying, but whatever he did last season is what he's trying to do this season, and how is it working now? This is not his first season. This is his second season. There's been managers. Do you know that Ange has been fired twice? And he won the trophy. Okay, so this thing of, oh, well, he did this last season. No, whatever he did last season is good for the history books. Okay, this is Liverpool. So if you want to always think about what's going on last season, then guess what? Everybody's going to pass you, just like Liverpool was stagnant for 30 years because all we cared about was what was going on in the 80s. Remember when John Barnes and Dalglish was playing? That's all people kept talking about. This is Liverpool team built to dominate. If you listen to the owners, their job to spend this money is to dominate. They didn't come up here saying, oh, look what we did last season. Yeah, that kind of talk does not talk about Liverpool. So if the manager wants us to keep giving him grace for what he did last season, then he needs to show it to us now. But he's not. So I'm not going to tell you like, oh, you want, yeah, when the time comes for me to give you a credit, I will give you a credit on what you did last season. And last season, amazing stuff what he did. The same thing that people are giving Salah a lot of praise for what he did last season. But how is Salah, what Salah did last season helping us now? So we can't keep talking about what happened last season. Last season is not what we're playing now. We're not watching a game that has passed. We're watching live thing right now. FSG did not spend 450 million for you to start talking about last season.
Well, he's not. Fans are.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm answering to what Jimmy is saying. Some fans who keep saying, well, it's because of what he did last. No. What he did last season kept him in a job. And possibly will give him a new contract. What he's doing now is going to judge him if he's going to get that new contract. Now you're hearing that they're talking about, yeah, they put a pause on the contract conversation. They're talking about, yeah, he might get it now instead of they were talking about it. So that tells me somebody in the higher up is not happy. The fact that the team had a meeting, I think it went everywhere, not just social media. In the big publications, they were talking about the teams had a big meeting and they talked. I think Soboslai talked about it. That means something is going on where everybody is not happy. So don't say, oh, last year. No, last year is gone. What is happening right now? You are not being paid last year. They're paying him. I mean, his new contract is not based on just last year. It's based on what he's doing currently. If he's just going to rely on last year, then they need to fire him and bring somebody else in. He needs to take care of business right now. Big up to JK for being in the building. Man. How you talking, man?
All good, bro. All good. Bless up, Brian, as well. Bro, it's like we're going into a Champions League game, and I've never seen so much negativity going into a game. It's a bit. I've never really done that. I'm always positive before the whistle blows and that going into a game. But nowadays it's totally different because of social media and stuff. Old school Liverpool fans would be going fucking crazy right now. They're like, "Yo, how come you're not supporting the manager? You know, if the manager fucked up last season, got us 8th, we wouldn't be playing in the Champions League tonight. He won us the Premier League." And I was the one guy who sort of went after Slot last season because we finished the season pretty poor, and I could have jumped on that bandwagon straight away this season, even though we won 5 games out the first 5. And I'm like, I don't do that as a Liverpool fan, but I'm going to moan about Slot. Why? Because he lets other teams bully us, and that's all it is, really, bro. When the energy's like, oh, come and beat us, you're going to lose games, and that's what Slot does. He's not big-headed enough to say, you know what, lads. We've got Van Dijk, we've got Salah, we've got Gravenberch, we've got all these big players, Slot, Isaac and Wirtz. He's not telling them to say, hey, let's get on that pitch like big dogs, you know, instead of being wimps. And that's all it is, bro. Casado beat us on his own. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. And to finish this with Jimmy. I mean, yeah, Jimmy, if Salah is over, then why do you give him a new contract?
A player can't change overnight for me.
You see what I'm saying? If Salah's over, why do you give him a new contract?
Yeah, with bigger wages.
You gave him a new contract because of what he did.
Yep.
So if you're going to just focus on what he did and not worry about what he's doing now, that's a big problem.
Yeah, but they ain't going to know that, bro. Like, going off last season, they're going to think the guy's going to come and smash it again this season, you know? Look, for Egypt, he scored a goal the other day, bro. Like, bang, he scored it. Beautiful finish. And I'm thinking, is it something at the club then that's not making people like Gapco and Salah not perform, really? You know, is there something going on? What is the energy? What's the manager saying to these guys? Like, for me, the manager should say, you know what? Win us the fucking games. You got enough quality there. You don't need to overtrain these guys. Keep them fit. That's the main thing. And just, like, spice it up a little bit, you know? That's all it is, man. And I think he's overcomplicating it a lot. I don't know.
And that's and you know that Jimmy. I said Jimmy. JK. That's my whole thing. It's gonna be hard because there's new players. But the thing is, last year when he came in, I remember I was on Ensman's channel. It was myself, G, Ant, and Savage. And that was after before when he got hired, we said we just want to see something different from Jurgen Klopp, right? We want to see his philosophy from the first preseason game. Right after the preseason game, I was on the same channel with the same brothers, and I asked people, did you see something different? And can you tell his philosophy? All of us said yes. When he started his philosophy, he realized that I don't have all the players, so he dialed it down by a little bit and said, let me play at their strength, right? This is what they are used to. I'm just going to tweak it here and there, and guess what? It worked. This time, we have no clue what he's doing.
True.
That is why people are frustrated. We don't know what he's doing. Okay, fine. Maybe it's us, right? Eventually, it will kick in. Give him time, of course. But brother, you're making there's so much clear mistake that it's like anybody can beat you. That's one. Number two, you are on the news making a lot of excuses, talking about something that has nothing to do with you. And three, just like Irishman and myself, and I'm sure a lot of people say, there's no leadership in the team. And instead of him focusing on tackling those three major things, and that's where everybody's frustrated. Of course, there's obviously the club sexuals and people who never wanted him in the first place. But those guys are money. Their voices have gotten louder because we're playing bad now. But for the people who are sitting there, be like, brother, what are you doing? That is the part, and that's the majority of the fans. Even though Irishman doesn't want him to get fired, even him is sitting there like, brother, I can't even support you right now. What are you doing? At least give me something to go fight for you. Am I putting words in your mouth, Irishman?
As usual, yeah. I love how Jake, I love your positivity. I love how you think you were the only person that was going in on Slot last year. Man, there was millions of them, dude. There was millions of them. There was millions of people that were slagging him off from day one, man. I heard it everywhere. Lots of people. And then as soon as I know you're saying you started putting the boot in when we took our foot off at the end, but there was, man, like Quasi is saying, like all those people that are coming out now, they were all there last year. So, you know, he was never the most universally popular appointment, mainly because a lot of people were like, Arnie who? They just didn't know.
Yeah.
And then, yet again, the Jurgen Klopp thing, people thought that was something that it wasn't. People couldn't get over that. He was coming in, then he wins the league. But as I've always said, from day one last year, the football never really excited me that much. It was never brilliant football. I don't think, even if he gets to playing like a really good version of what he wants to do, I still don't think it's going to be this amazing football that people are expecting. I think he's he's a fairly conservative coach. Likes to control games. I don't think we're going to be what would you even call it? But in the Premier League these days, man, it's all about physicality, set pieces, all that stuff. So nobody's really doing it. But that's not something I'm waiting for. I'm not expecting that to happen. But as I keep saying, you cannot lose 4 football matches in a row at any club and not be under an enormous amount of pressure immediately. So there's no mitigation out there for it. I'm like, dude, turn it around. And if you need to leave, to be honest, look, if the football is kind of the way it is, I wouldn't be disgusted if he left next summer. But I don't need Liverpool being sacked in November, crisis club, 400 million wasted, all the bad headlines, all the negativity. I just don't need that.
Right.
Get your shit together. Do whatever it is that needs doing. Drop people who need dropping. Salah needs dropping. Gakpo needs dropping. The real thing, I can understand why he's not doing that, because you don't ask a kid to come in and fix this shit. You don't say to a kid, look, we've lost 3 in a row, Rio. I need you to go out there and give me a performance. No, you say that to fucking Salah. No, you've been terrible all year. We've lost 3 in a row. We got Man United the weekend. I need a performance. Same to McAllister. Same to Gravenberch. Same to Van Dijk and Ibu. You're the main men here. You need to step up and guide the new boys through and all that nonsense. But you don't ask a kid to come in and turn this around, because if it goes wrong, he gets swallowed up as well. So, like I said, I wouldn't be against him leaving next summer after 2 years. Comes in, does a little bit of work. Nice. I think he's a nice gap to get rid of a lot of the Klopp old school players because he doesn't have that emotional attachment to them. You know, he's
Mhm.
easier to come in and say, bin off some of the younger guys that have been here, clean break. And if someone else needs to come in, but I just don't want us to be the kind of club. I suppose this is the way I'm putting it, is I don't want us to be the kind of club that is in a position where it has to sack a manager that won a league in November. I really don't want us to be in that scenario. I want us to turn this around, get it. Fuck, I don't know what the league is like now, man, but just get us a minimum second place finish, semi-finals in the Champions League, and just do it. Just go there. You know, I could take that because, like you said, these are all new players taking time to bed in. And JK saying, "Oh, there must be something going on at the club. There must be something happening." Yeah, JK, there absolutely fucking is, man. Diogo Jota died. That's your bad energy at the club. Your one, is there a bad energy club? Of course there is. Of course there's bad energy at the club. Salah, Virgil, these are his best mates. So that's
but
that's
some
what's
fans
up.
are like, that's like really rude about that topic, bro. Like, people don't understand when you look with someone nearly every day, and all of a sudden he's not there. That's gonna affect you, bro. And these people don't. Even some fans are like, that happened ages ago now. Like, yo, that's what I mean. The energy of the fans is not right. Like, come on, man. Like, be human and realize Liverpool Football Club isn't like any other football club. We don't sack managers after a month. You know, we don't do them sort of shenanigans. De
Mhm.
Boer got sacked at Palace after 4 games, and that's the climate of football nowadays. You can get sacked 1 month, you're there, top of the league. Next second, you lost 5 games in a row. Boom, ciao, here's your P45. But
Yeah.
the bigger
No,
picture being, I just don't like the climate of modern day Liverpool fans. Like, we're old school, respect. You can quote fucking things that are not going right, of course. But the bigger picture, don't disrespect the club you supposedly love going on YouTube channels. That's what I don't fucking like. Like,
no,
show a bit
I
of
mean,
fucking respect, man.
JK, that one I agree with you. Don't, I always say don't abuse players or managers on that.
Yeah,
You could criticize them, but at the same time, I mean, before we continue, big up to Mandem in the chat. I see my brethren Ensman is in the house. Please, if you haven't, go subscribe to his channel. Irishman is in the house. Please go subscribe to his channel. Irishman, man, everybody who watch my show is starting to like you more than me. I don't like it. Everybody's like, I like what Irishman is saying, man. I get texts. I get a lot of texts, man. So thank you so much for being part of my show, man, because you keep people on my channel. That's what I should say. So thank you so very much. It's unlucky, Quincy. But yeah, people, Irishman, Anfield Irishman is the channel. Please do subscribe. He's been with me day one, man. Ensman is in the building. Rasta Crab, he's the Bajan Red TV family. So make sure you subscribe to his also. But NJK always supporting us. Appreciate you. But we have the game coming up. I'm gonna see if we can come up with a lineup, Irishman and JK. I don't know how well we would do. At this point, I didn't even start it. I just left it blank. At first, I was like, Virgil, goalkeeper, done. But right now, I can't even pick, man. Because the goalkeeper, I still think the goalkeeper is still not ready.
Yeah.
I don't think the goalkeeper is ready. I know he's gonna be good, but I don't think he's ready. This level, I don't think he even himself was like, wow, this is a whole different level. People have to remember Kelleher was on the bench for years before he had his chance.
Mm-hmm. He got used to the pace, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this lad, I think he's a good shot stopper, but
yeah,
that first goal he could have saved. I don't know, man.
Yep.
He let 6 goals in last week against Turkey, bro, in the World Cup qualifier for Georgia. 6-1. 6 goals by Turkey, bro. I can't believe it. That's too fucking much.
That's too much. So, who's got a partner, Virgil?
I am. I'm gonna say to him, I'm gonna say Virgil, Quasi's not happy with you. He sent me.
Man, at this
Look up,
point,
yeah.
I think I can put in 5 minutes of a very good shift. I promise you,
I could as well, bro.
5 minutes of a good shift.
I love to play Gomez, but I'm going to play Kanate. I think Kanate was probably one of our okay players on Sunday against United.
Actually, I thought he did well. He actually did
okay.
well.
Better,
You know,
yeah.
he did better than what he has been so far. Left back, I think we're gonna give Kirkers a break and Robo steps in.
Has to be done.
Okay.
Because, like, for me, I think Virgil playing with
Roberts
Kirkes
definitely.
has upset him. Like, his rhythm. I don't know what it is about Kirkes. Kirkes is a very energetic type of player, but I don't know what it is with Virgil. He just don't seem to be getting on with him on the pitch. Bring back Robertson.
That's why I'm saying it's the leadership. That's Virgil's fault. That's got nothing to do with Kirkers. Because Kirkers, I know, he's not playing bad. It's just he's not acclimatized the way Liverpool plays. And whose fault is that to teach him? Virgil. But Virgil is blaming him every single chance he gets.
I don't like that.
And I don't like that. Bradley or Frimpong, Irishman? He disappeared.
I'll go Frimpong for me.
Me too.
Yeah. I would have gone with this defense against United.
I thought that's what we chose, but he decided to do something. Is Gravenberg still injured?
I think he is.
You know what? I will start Soboslai over there.
Yeah.
I will start Soboslai. Here, Jones.
Mm-hmm. Look, McAllister hasn't been right ever since that groin issue he's had. It's got nothing to do with him as a guy. He's a top player. Last season, for me, probably one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, everyone's taking the piss out of him, bro. It's like, come on, man. You think
he
he wants to get
past
stuck
the
in?
ball? That's the crazy. Like he's looking at you and he's passing the ball in front or behind you. I'm like, brother. It's like his whole demeanor is gone. Like it's like, do you want to be there? It feels like he doesn't want to be there.
And it's mad though. He's playing really poor, but the links to Madrid are always there. So.
Yeah, Jones. I like Jones too.
Yeah, Irishman, your boy is in the chat, man.
What's that?
Isaac is in the chat. He's scared. He doesn't want to come on anymore. Yeah, he owes us the barbecue. We won the league, remember?
It's been a while now. I mean, some of those meats must have gone off by now, because I don't think I want the barbecue. I just take the voucher.
He said, just give me the voucher. At this point, the meat is dead. The meat that is dead is already dead again. Yeah, big up to Isaac, big Guna fan. You know, he's here to troll. We know he's here to troll, but it's okay.
That's as good as it gets for them, bro.
He's here to troll, but it's okay. You know, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself, the Guna man. Enjoy yourself.
They're going to win the troll trophy, Arsenal, this season.
Don't worry. Don't let us pass you goodbye again, because if we do, oh my God.
Don't poke the bear, man. Don't jinx it, man. We need them to stop dropping off, and they ain't dropping off yet.
Okay.
Before Atletico Madrid last night.
They did that. Atletico. Okay. As much as I wanted Arsenal to lose, the team that I hate the most is Atletico with that manager. After Simone won maybe 2 leagues in La Liga, I haven't liked him since. I think he is the biggest fraud in football. He makes the more money than anybody else, and he still doesn't win nothing. He is the fraudest of them all. He's a big as well. He's already paid you for the brother. I'm still waiting for the barbecue, man. You've been busy. This guy's been working like crazy, and he's talking about I paid you for that one. Doesn't count. I need the one, as promised. But Rev Knight is saying this is the front 3 he wants to go with: Chiesa, Isak, and Ekitike. I don't see anything wrong with that. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
agree?
Yeah, I'll go with that. Because Wirtz will give you the control of the game, like you know, in that sort of setup.
Yeah.
And it's different. We need to do something different today. It's very important. Slot can't keep the same team like he had in the last 2 games because he kept the same team for the Chelsea United game. So for me, if you want something to change the players and change the gears you play the game. Don't start with first, second gear. Go straight fourth gear, get it done. It's Frankfurt, you know what I mean?
And also, they need to be disciplined because when we scored the goal against Manchester United, discipline went out of the window. That's why they scored the goal.
Yeah.
How is it that they got three players behind, and then guess who get blamed for it? Kirkes, because he gets swallowed by 3 giants over him. You know what I mean? But I like this lineup.
I still want to see. Because if Mac was fit and playing well, I could make it kind of work. But I don't want to. I want to see Wirtz in the position that he played for Leverkusen. Now I know it was in a different formation, but I want to see Wirtz in that left-hand pocket, not playing as a left winger. Because people say, "Oh, play Ekitike there," and no one will say, "Oh, but you don't want him as a left winger. You want him as a striker." They'll immediately say, "Oh, no, but he can play as a striker." But as soon as you say, "I want to," you want to start Wirtz on the left, they say, "Oh, he's wasted as a left winger. He's wasted as a left winger." You start Wirtz in that Ekitike position, and he'll drift into the number 10 position. He'll do he'll play in exactly the same areas. Whether he starts as a number 10 or whether he starts in that position off the left, he will play in exactly the same area, and he'll do all his damage in exactly the same area.
See, I don't mind. I'm not saying
tonight. I'm just saying I want to see it. I want to see it for a while because it takes Wirtz out of the middle. It gives him a bit more space, a bit more freedom, because he's getting to learn the game.
Right.
And you let him, it's a place he's very used to operating from. I'd like to see it. I don't want to see Ekitike in the 10. I'd love it if Mac was fit, then I'd have Mac and Jones and Dom in the middle, Wirtz off the left, and Ekitike up front, and just give Isaac rotate that a little bit. But yeah, I think the McAllister stuff kind of lets it down. No grab. Excuse me. Obviously, is a big issue there. But I think the way he had it the first time, that's fine with me. I don't know why, but I don't think he's going to start Isaac. I don't know why.
Or I think he might start Ekitike, give Isaac come off the bench. But the thing that annoys me is
they start up front as well.
He's
going back to his old club, Quasi. You know what happens when anyone goes back to their old club. They always have a good game. So you have to play Ekitike up front, I think. Go back and haunt your old club.
I know people wanted the diamond. What was the diamond? 4-1-2-1-2, right?
4-1-2-1-2. Yeah, that'd be the diamond. Yeah.
Where is it at? Let me see if this is it. No, that's more of a 4-3-3. They don't have it.
That's a 4-1-2-3. You want the 4-1-2-1.
So this won't be bad at all. Right? Something like this. I know I'm dreaming, but something like this will not be bad at all. Because he can drift.
Well, you could.
I'll switch these two.
You're kind of screwed in the middle there. I know it, but you're kind of screwed in the middle there. Jones can't work on his own as a.
That's true. I mean, if Gravenberg was here, this would have been a good formation.
Potentially.
Yeah. How about this one?
Oh, the Christmas tree.
Yeah. This is nice because this is exactly what you want. Then you could do this.
Well, you've got Chiesa in there now as well, you see.
Yeah, he can still run the line, which is he likes the left side more than the right side.
But his legs are made of wood. He doesn't have real legs.
Right.
He can't do that work.
The way we play right now, this will be the better formation because then, I mean, this one, you need Gakpo to be on this side.
I'd almost I'd want Curtis Jones on that, in that lineup. You might, if you go with the 4-1-2-1-2. Have you tried that one?
They don't have the 4-1.
Oh, they don't have it.
They
Oh, we
don't
can just
have it.
move them. You can just put them into a narrow diamond yourself. Then.
Let me see if I.
Go with the one you had previously. That'd be the easiest. Or the 1-2 back. The easiest way to switch around.
4-3-2. The 4-3. This one, and then.
Yeah.
So
you just kind of push them a little bit wider.
And
you just split your strokes a tiny bit and bring them up a bit. Yeah, that's your kind of diamond there, like.
Yeah, because Szoboszlai right now, Szoboszlai can play anywhere you want him to play. He can play the holding because he has energy. He will run.
Brad is injured, Jack. Jack is.
I mean, I said like, yeah. This will be probably the only. Jones will probably be the only outlier for this formation. You would need. You will need somebody to run. So you either bring Gakpo in and then move Chiesa to the right side.
Oh God, no. In that diamond, you can't have like those two guys either side. The Jones and Chiesa, they need to be central midfielders.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You can't have a Chiesa. You'd have to have a McAllister there or a Jones.
On this side, Jones. Like somebody who run the wings?
People talking about playing a diamond. A proper diamond has two central midfielders in ahead of a six. They're versatile midfield, but you wouldn't have wide forwards or you need to think players like Seedorf, people like that. You know, a guy that can, but more of a Mac, more of a Jones kind of thing, not a Chiesa.
Oh, yeah, because then you use your fullbacks to do the.
Yeah, your fullbacks have to do all the work. You see,
Yeah,
when you play your fullbacks have a lot. That's no system is perfect, and the major flaw to diamond is that you basically give up the flanks, and you ask your fullbacks to do an awful lot of work. Which is why
that's perfect for Frimpong, I reckon. That sort of formation where he's just got loads of space to run into and do what the fuck he wants. You know, he needs that type of game. Because in England it's really tight in the situations. He's like in Germany a little bit more open, and hence why he was really good there. But like in England, it's really tight. Everyone's really tight up close, everything. And this sort of formation will give him that sort of ticket because Salah ain't in front of him. And when you got Salah in front of him, you want to always give him the ball, ain't you?
I think today it's gonna be telling on the lineup if he decides to if he decides to make some changes, what kind of changes he's gonna make, the tactics. Because if I promise you, as much as people say we are negative, if he doesn't make enough changes today, the fan base, he's gonna lose the fan base. He's already lost a third of them. If he doesn't make, like, if people don't see something different, even if we see something different and we draw, people will be like, you know what? I see something different. But if he does the same thing and we lose or draw,
how different do you think he can make it in this amount of days? How many? How? I'm not criticizing you. I'm not. It's not a gotcha or anything. I just mean like, how much do you think he can actually change between Man United and now to be visibly out in the pitch? It's like, oh, okay, we're doing this now. A couple of days that they had to work on stuff. Yeah, it's going to be hard. I mean, it's not going to be easy for him to. Okay, reset, lads. Tonight we're going to do this. It's got to come from across the board. It's got to come from the players.
The players definitely. I agree with you. That's where the leadership part is.
Team talk. You need Virgil van Dijk saying, "Boss, I've got this one."
Yeah,
and Virgil
exactly. See, this is the thing. I think JK said it. Is we the fans have to see energy. That's the lamest terms I can say. We have to see energy where it's like, wow, they really want this. Right? Even if the manager don't change the tactics, then we can say, okay, the players want this. Now, Mr. Manager, what are you doing about it? But for the manager, why do you pressing so high and your midfield so wide open? That he can fix within a couple of days. That is just you don't need a whole week of training to be able to change that. Am I wrong?
For me, bro, when you're a manager at a club like Liverpool, you got to have at least 3 or 4 different possibilities you can bring into a game. Last season, he did it. Remember last season, first half, not great. Second half, bang. So he can do that. But this season, he seems to keep the same tempo throughout the game. There's no difference between the speed he plays the game. And he thinks he's controlling the game by doing that, but he's not actually not. Yes. And that's the worrying thing. So it's all about energy and the tempo we're playing at. Opposition love playing against the Liverpool of recent times, bro, because it's so
that is the annoying part.
That's the most annoying part. We're giving the opposition a chance to beat us.
That's the annoying part. It's because and that's something that we don't want to see today. Because I promise you, Frankfurt I've watched all our games that we lost and said we're gonna replicate that. And if we don't see something different, it's gonna be very annoying. Unless Frankfurt is horrible to the point where everybody is like, okay. Because Brentford is gonna be a whole different beast.
Yeah, they won the other day 2-0 away, West Ham. So they'll go into that game confident Saturday. They're probably wanting us to lose today, so we're really fucked up for Saturday, you know what I mean? So we've got to win today. It's important to get our season back on track because there's too much noise coming from fans now.
Right.
And it's a bit too much. Like, how can we win the league and all of a sudden spend that much money and we were here fucking pissed off? It don't make sense to me. So it has to change today. And what you were saying about what Brian just said about how can we change it so quick? Because like that, I thought in the international break, Slott's going to sit down and really sort this shit out. Seeing on Sunday, he didn't do fuck all. So
exactly, nothing changed in 2 weeks. In 2 whole weeks of planning, nothing changed.
And that's what that's why he lost the third of the
between then and now, between Man United and Frankfurt. I'm not expecting anything remotely different. To be honest with you.
No, mate.
And that's what infuriated a lot of people. You had 2 weeks to make changes and you did not. Forget the lineup. The lineup is what it is, right? If anybody cannot come in and take care of what the manager wants, then that's not on the manager. That's on the player. But it's like he went out on 2 weeks and came back and thought that everybody would forget how to beat Liverpool and did exactly the same thing, and we got beat. And then he's talking about, oh, the referee should have called it a foul. When has the referees ever been on the Liverpool side? Never. So what are you complaining about?
And just to what Red is saying there, Red, that's kind of the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that Slot, I don't think Slot is going to change things. I think he's still going to try and make what he's trying to do work. It's exactly what you're saying. That's the point I'm kind of trying to make, is that anybody that's expecting Slot to just rip up the system and say, you know what, let's go full panic mode. Let's forget everything we did in preseason. Let's forget all our training. We're going to do something completely different. That I just don't see that happening.
Right.
I don't see that happening at all. You know, so that's why I'm saying I'm expecting him to stick with what he's trying to do and try and make that work, and as opposed to just abandon what his idea is,
right,
and say, you know what? So that's what I'm expecting. I don't expect, if this does get better, I do expect it to get better, but I don't expect it to be radically different or radically better tonight. I think he's going to back himself. He's going to back his ideas, and you should do that. Because if you go into work and you have a plan, and the first little thing that goes against it, you panic and you rip up your plan and you try and think up of a new one on the fly. Probably not going to work. You stick with your plan. If you live by the sword, you die by it and all that. But yeah, I really cannot see him coming up with some mad new system or some different way of, oh, look, we're doing this now. So I'm kind of still expecting potentially a loss. You know?
Can I be the devil's advocate again?
Gotta be this, for fuck's sake.
Can I be the devil's advocate? Because towards the last 50 minutes of the game, we were very excited, but we were not disciplined at all. Like, there was attack, and the fans got on it, and we kept pushing on. The goal came on, and it got even worse. We lost our mind even more, and then they scored. Do you think that last 15 minutes where as soon as we got the ball was going to Gakpo got the ball was just flying. Those type, do you guys think he's gonna play like that today? That last 10 to maybe the last 15 to 10 minutes that we played, because that was exciting, right? The ball is just going back and forth like basketball. Do you think he's gonna play like that? Because if he does that, people will be like, now we see it. Because one of the criticism is Virgil holds the ball for like 50 minutes and he's, right? And then two, the players are not moving. Everybody's just stagnant. We give him pass. Virgil gives the pass to Konate back to Virgil, like nobody's doing pass and move, right? Or tiki-taka, or the movement without the ball is non-existent at Liverpool. I think that could fix a lot of our problem. That you guys think that there's going to be, you know what? Screw it. Attack. We will ship out 50 goals, but we're going to score 51. Like basically what Barcelona is doing.
JK?
Like, I think that could happen if we imagine you bring Wirtz and Ekatike into this team that came from Sunday. That's going to make a difference, big time. I just feel when we attack, have you noticed the numbers in the box, bro? Like, there's about 6 Liverpool players, and the defense is wide open.
Right.
We've never done that before, and I think he's losing his defensive qualities as a manager. He needs to realize, without a defense and a solid base, it doesn't matter how many fucking goals you score. It's always a bit of a gamble for me.
I agree. An Irishman, do you think? I mean, honestly, I agree, Road. Towards the last 15 to 10 minutes, there was no structure. It was just get the ball forward as quickly as possible. Something that they could have done at the beginning of the game.
Exactly.
But they did not. Right. They keep doing the same thing, holding the ball. Somebody, trying to do passes. I mean, they did that. It worked one time where they passed the ball through the middle and got a shot off. That worked one time out of the 98 minutes that we played. So do you think that style of football is what he's going to do? Or are you still thinking, nope, he's just going to still play the same way, try to play through the middle till it works?
It reminds me of when there was a Madrid site, early days of the internet. I don't know, people might remember a site called Zonal Marking. A guy called Michael Cox, one of the first people on the internet to really become do tactical stuff and tactical breakdowns and that stuff. And he back in the day, he'd tweet him and he'd always kind of reply to you and stuff. And I remember watching a Real Madrid game when they're playing the Champions League. And they had all these amazing players. And I could not, for the life of me, tell you what kind of style of football they played. They were just so situational. It was so like, get 11 players out there on the pitch and they'll make it happen. And I remember tweeting him, and this guy was like, this is what everyone does. He's one of the first people that they're proper tactical guy, breakdowns, right? Excellent guy. And I just said, you know more than me, but when I look at Real Madrid, I cannot see what kind of football they're trying to play. And he just said, yeah, me either. And this reminds me of that. This reminds me of that. And that's why all these sites out there, all these YouTube channels out there that are doing tactical breakdowns and all that, radio fucking silence for about 6 weeks. There wasn't one single one that came out to saying, this is what Liverpool are trying to do. This is how he's trying to play. None of them, because nobody has a clue what he's trying to do.
Right.
And it isn't like when you can see how most teams, like you'll have really obvious ones like Nottingham Forest last year, and Spurs or something like that. It's kind of obvious what they're trying to do. But with us, it's like, what kind of team are we trying to be? What kind of football are we trying to play? Because all I see is players doing things over here for a second and another guy over there does something, but it's never linked up. It's never connected in any real way. It's just bits and pieces. That was a nice pass there, or that was a good little cross, but it's never 15 to 20 minutes of sustained possession attacking, breaking teams down with moves that you can recognize. Oh, they're nearly getting in here. That's working well from all this kind of stuff. And like JK is saying, it's like never anyone in the box. If Cody Gakpo is going to put his foot on the ball and look up towards the back post and very, very slowly chip curl a ball to the back post once more, I'm going to go over and take him out of that team myself. I mean,
I'm so tired of seeing that thing, man.
This isn't even telegraphed. This is put up on a massive screen behind the goal saying, Cody Gakpo, I'm about to chip the ball to the back post. You have 5 seconds to get yourself set. Oh, and don't worry, it's going to curl in at about 4 miles an hour. It's the same fucking ball. Like JK was talking about, you can get some crosses. There's crosses into the box and there's crosses into the box. That is literally heading practice for defenders. It's heading practice for defenders is what it is. It's the most ineffectual thing. He's either going to cut in and shoot or he's going to stop and do that stupid fucking curl ball to the back post every single time.
You know why they keep doing it? Because in training, it works.
No imagination.
Right?
No,
so
Cody's limited. Cody's always been very limited, and I always love Cody. And as I always said, it doesn't matter.
But you know who also does it a lot? Salah also does that a lot.
Salah can't possibly. Please stop trying to tell me that Trivellas, with your left foot, are a sustainable way of creating. He can't. He has no right foot. He cannot pass the ball with his right foot. He can't do anything with his right foot. So he's reduced to trying these ridiculous
chipping on the side of his left foot. And you know the crazy thing is, the thing that I also annoys me.
It's goal of the month when it always goes in.
And you know the thing is, he kicks the ball like he just kicks it. He doesn't kick like when he's passing the ball. It's like he's whipping it with his left foot with no plan. If it comes off, cool. If it doesn't, oh well. Right? It's like he just lumps the ball in the middle and he keeps losing it. And you know the crazy thing on Sunday was I saw Bradley. As much as I criticized Bradley did a couple of good things. He will run down the byline, overlap properly. He would look on his left and nobody's in the box. And you know why? Because the striker, Isak, is in the center circle because he started the play. Why is Isak doing over there? And Szoboszlai is the one ahead, and everybody's outside the box. Gakpo will get the ball, and he will look up, and you could tell he doesn't know what to do. Because that's not his style. That's not his, he's a left, what they call it, outside forward, whatever that name is.
Selfish in a way of his art of playing is very self-centered. Same as Salah, them two are very similar. They're very individual sort of players where they want to cut in, bang it, top corner, or you know what I mean? So that's what they're designed like that. So they're not going to be integral to a team that wants to play football for the number 9, in my opinion. They're not, because like you're on about Salah's crossing. Yeah, he does it outside of the left foot. Why? Because there's no one coming on the right-hand side like a ping pong who can just get the ball off Salah and swing it right foot straight in, bang.
But that's also part of
Salah doesn't have a right foot, JK. Salah doesn't have a right foot.
Yeah. So he has to always come on his left. And in that time, what's going to happen, the goalie's going to come and get that ball when it crosses it.
And also,
first-time ball, JK, the first-time ball, if it's on his right-hand side, is not an option for him. So it's the same thing. Like you say, those 2.5 to 3 seconds where he has to cut back on his left, and that kills.
That's the defensive sense.
Yeah.
See, back in the day, it works because he was so fast. Now he's slow. So it's not working. Before he done. But now it's like, okay, I see Salah's about to do it. Everybody get ready. And then when Frimpong came in, Frimpong did what everybody wanted Liverpool wingers to do. He crossed the ball. He crossed it so well that Gakpo could even head the ball properly.
Yeah. And the thing, what's worrying me is that Slot can't really see that we're lacking width because the number 9s ain't getting fed. And hence why Isaac and that have to drop into the centre circle to get the ball and that because they're getting no action. So he don't think, you know what? Okay, Gakpo's going to cut in, Salah's going to cut in. What I need to do, I need to bring Robertson in and Frimpong to say, you know what, lads, up and fucking down all game and get that ball in the box.
Robbo is very good at crossing the ball. I don't know why people forgetting that. He had the record of the most assists for a fullback.
Yeah. And he cost £5, bro.
You see what I mean? Robbo is very, very good at crossing the ball from outside. So why we keep telling him to go in the middle of the game, to go in the middle of the park? It makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
He's a 1-3 now. He's a 1-3 now, though, Robbo. He's a 1-3 player. He played one game in 3 because, yeah, I thought he might start against Man United. I think if he start, look, Kirkus hasn't actually been that bad.
Kirk hasn't been bad. It's just
He
they are
hasn't
not
been
playing
bad.
to his strength.
Yeah, it's just we're trying to develop him as a player. I think he's young enough to be able to learn new skills, and we're trying to develop him a bit as a player.
I see. This is the thing, no Irishman. When I'll give you an example, right? What's that guy? Nasri. When Nasri was at Marseille, he was that dribbling type of player. He would dribble 10 people with no end product. And then Arsene Wenger brought him in and made him into a better player. But you could see what Arsene Wenger was doing, right? He limited the amount of touches he was having. He limited the amount of dribblings he could have, and you could see it. You'll be like, wow. The same thing that Pep did to Foden. But with this guy, we don't know what the manager's trying to develop him, because the guy is like a deer in the headlight. He's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So he's just doing what comes natural to him. And he has a leader who's not also leading him. You know, Corkers is also very good at crossing. Let him cross.
You made a good point. Someone made a good point earlier on that I don't know. We're not in the dressing room. Maybe it's just on the pitch. But they don't seem to be getting on. I think someone said that earlier on, that he seems to be getting a lot of pelters from Virg.
Yeah.
They don't seem to have a great...
They don't have a good communication because Virgil is not being a good leader. I'm sorry. Whether you like the player or not, when it's time to play, be professional. It's for the betterment of the team, not as you. Eventually, let the management team deal with that part. But Virgil, you're not going to be here in the next 3 years. Kirkers is. So that's the part where I what's his name? The guy from ESPN FC. I don't agree with him all the time, but that point, he made a very good point. Bro, teach him rather than pointing fingers at him. Leaving him to defend against 3 Man United top players, that is not his fault. He was in his position. But he was going against giants. Where were you, Virgil? Where were you, Konate? How is it 3 people behind you guys? And honestly, I agree with you. We need to take that coffee corner away from them. They're drinking way too much coffee.
Yeah, get out of them.
They come in. That's why they're so lethargic, because they're so amped up. By the time they get to the game, they're all falling asleep. He said Kirker is also very good at crossing. Have you seen him versus Portugal? That's what I'm saying. Let him go on the byline.
Yeah, I blame Slot for that. He's told Kirkes, you're not going over the halfway line. Sorry.
And even if he goes,
you told him that.
Yeah, even if he does, what does he do? Go invert, go in the middle. Why is he doing a number 10 role?
Yeah, exactly. Taking Wirtz's area. And that's what happens. Wirtz ain't got no area for him to go into, because there's every left back and right back in there.
Correct.
It's mad.
Now, this is the last question, and we out of here. Everybody's talking about last season, and last whatever instruction. The question that I have, what kind of PowerPoint did Arne Slot show to Wirtz, Isak, Ekitike? How did he convince them to come to Liverpool? I'm pretty sure he showed them how he was going to play, where they were like, you know what? Yeah, I want to come to Liverpool. To the point where Isak is saying, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice my whole preseason to go to Liverpool. I'm going to put up a fight to go to Liverpool. I want to see that PowerPoint that he showed to Wirtz, Ekitike, and Isak, including the 2 fullbacks that he bought. Can anybody in the chat or watching us right now tell me or come up with the closest assumption to what the manager showed to these players to convince them to come to Liverpool? Because if this is what he showed them and they agree to it, then we can't blame the manager. We blame the players. Can any of you guys?
Yeah, what was on the? I mean, that would. They made a very big play out of that. The fact that the company version, the Bayern version, was what's the plan? The plan is you were one of the best young German players. We're Bayern. We buy you. Yeah, you'll play here. Again, it's easy to come out and say it after all that, but look, I don't think anything really happens in this team with this team when Mo is still in this team. Basically, I think we need to move on from that, and Isak and Wirtz need to become the focal points in this team.
Yep, I agree.
That to me, I think that'll free it up. I'm not saying we'll be better without Salah, but I think there's, I can't really see it. No, cause you're saying, what did he tell him? Honestly, I don't. Something along the lines of, we're going to play in your best position. You're going to be the main man. We're going to bring in Isak, and you're going to be playing with him. Other than that, I don't really know.
But also, one thing that I wanted to also say, I think there's also a big myth about we can't play without Salah. That, I think there's a big myth, because there's 2 times where Salah has gone to AFCON and Liverpool was still winning. People cannot act like it never happened, because I had a big argument with G on the first time, and he said, I want to see when Salah goes to AFCON, what will happen? And Liverpool balled out. And his argument was, that's not a big enough sample point. That's one of the arguments I've won over G, right? Because G is very good, very, very football brilliant. So I'm telling people, we cannot keep acting like when Salah is not there, Liverpool does not play well. That is a myth to me. We had at one point where Salah and Mane were gone, and we were still winning. But back to my original question, JK. What was on the PowerPoint? Somebody said the PowerPoint had nudes of these players in compromised positions, so that's why they couldn't say no to Liverpool. What do you think?
2 things: 230 grand, and Liverpool winning the Premier League title. There was Arne Slot with the trophy in his hand to post that in the room. And that's it, bro. When you win the league title, that's your marketing done for the summer transfer window. Hence why them big dogs came in. If we finished 7th, bro, I don't think we would have seen a Wirtz coming in. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying, bro. I think us winning the league that season, Slot, that gave him the possibility of him to mix with the big players. You know what I mean? Now's the time to handle that pressure of handling big players. You think Wirtz is happy? He's been on the subs bench against Chelsea, Everton, and Liverpool, Man United. No fucking way. He's not happy, bro. So it's about time Slot does that Klopp thing, put his arm around and say, listen, lad, you just come into England. It's going to take a bit of time. I've seen it. But your time will come. Just use the sub appearances as a chance to get used to the pace of the game in England. Them sort of talks. That's what he's got to do with the players. Treat them as though it's family, And I think, I'm not sure if Slot's got that in him. In the way he's treated players like Chiesa and people like that, he's got a bit of a cold side to him, and I think a bit of warm up the players that they feel at home again. You know what I mean, bro? We got winners there. Virgil, captain. He's had a bit of an off season and stuff, but his job is to look after the new signings as well. Not go mad at them in every game at Kirkes, and I feel sorry for Kirkes in a way. Great game against Arsenal. For me, the best game he's had for us. And against for Hungary, he was whipping balls in. So it's Slot's fault that. I would say to Kirkes, overlap Gapco, because he ain't going to cross the ball in.
Check it. Against Man U, he was demanding the ball from Gakpo. He was not. I think I saw him underlap maybe twice. The rest of them, he kept running on the outside. Either he cuts in and then still go on the outside, and kept telling Gakpo, give me the ball, give me the ball. And we need him to do more of that. Honestly, the question that you have is what people think is going on right now. And I don't think that's what's going on. I think it's the manager who's making it seems like these players, I won't blame him, as it's not like he's the one, he's at fault. His tactics and his instructions makes it looks like these players don't talk to each other, or they don't like each other. Because he's trying to please everybody and it's not working. Instead of like Irishman was saying, get Wirtz and Isak, be your focal point and build everything around them. If you do that and those guys don't work, hey, you got another TK right there, right? And again, honestly, we beat Barcelona without Salah and Bobby Firmino that day. So There's a big myth going around that when Salah is not there, Liverpool struggles. That is a lie. When Salah is there, do we score a lot of goals? Yes. That's a fact. But this myth of when Salah is not there, we are in trouble, lies. So my lineup is Marshall, Javili, Bradley, Gomez, Konate, Robinson, Joe, Soboslai, Rio, Ekitike, and Chiesa.
Short one there. That's only 10 players.
Oh, yeah, you're missing a player. Question: can someone find the Italian girl that rejected Slot when he was younger? So Slot will find in a piece. Maybe he can play.
That's what I was saying, honestly. I was saying someone must have hurt Slot. You don't trust no fucker, Slot.
Oh, you guys ain't shit. Oh my God, that's
someone
funny.
hurt him. He sold him, man. He must have been hurt, man.
Maybe it's the hair versus the. Well, I was gonna use the hair joke, but that's not true because Virgil got a lot of hair. He said Isak was there for the tap in and Salah went for a goal. Yep, it wasn't just Isak. There was Wirtz who was right there. Wirtz was even a better option than Isak because there was a defender on Isak. And they both were like, bro. And the manager.
That Salah's not relaxed. Like, do you remember when Wirtz passed the ball to Chiesa before we got that equaliser? Wirtz could have shot there, thinking I ain't scored for Liverpool. It's Man United. Let me get the equaliser. Nah, what he did, he kept it cool, passed the ball to Chiesa. Chiesa square ball, gap go goal. And I think Salah ain't got that in him, that coolness to think, you know what, Wirtz, there you go, bro.
Salah gets the ball, he whip it. He's whipping
it because he ain't getting them chances like normal.
Yeah.
Before last season,
but he has
every 2 minutes.
No, you see, I'd agree with you right up, but then like Jacob, you were saying, but the only reason he isn't doing it because we're not giving him the ball enough.
Bro, I think he's the ball every 10 minutes. Bro,
he's
like,
playing
you play
badly.
football. I just feel when you play football and you're a top player, and the season you've had last season, you got the ball every minute, whatever. As soon as you go into a game and you ain't touched the ball for 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you're thinking, I can't get the ball. So your first touch is gone. And that's what Salah's showing us. His first touch is gone. Why? He's not comfortable. Something's not right there.
But this is the thing. He is playing the same way.
More about we're not. But what I'm saying is, even when he's gotten plenty of ball and he's looked good on the ball,
and he keep wasting it. That's why some of these players, you could tell they are not happy with him.
Yeah, I mean, like both things can be true. You know, like that finish, like I mean, that chance to finish against Manchester United. That's if you're a top player, you finish that, regardless if you only touched the ball 6 times in a game. But what I was going to say, like Salah has spent his whole career at Liverpool not passing to a striker. He's never had a striker. He gets the ball on the right, he cuts in, he shoots. He's the striker. He's not used to giving the ball to someone in the box. He's used to he gets the ball, he cuts in, he shoots. When he played with Bobby, when he played with other people, you know, mainly with Bobby, Bobby wasn't there waiting for the pass back or the cut back or the cross. It was from Mo to shoot. Darwin, Diaz, he wasn't going to pass the ball to any of them. So it's not, if you got an Isak in the box, it's not like Salah's first instinct is to look for a striker, look for his partner. He's going to constantly shoot. So if Isak isn't getting, you know, if we're not making that many chances, and if it goes to Salah, and regardless of whether he's in a good position or a bad position, he's going to just try and do most stuff, cut in and shoot every time.
You know,
he can't beat people anymore. That's got to change. He's playing with a top number 9 now.
And that see the argument of between Isak and Ekitike, where people are like, oh, Ekitike can create his own thing. Isak can create his own chance if you give him the ball in the final third. This boy can dribble. He is very good with his touch. Right? He can control the ball. The goal that we scored against Chelsea, do you guys see how he controlled the ball? I think it was Gakpo who tapped it in?
Yeah.
So why are we having him control the ball in the center circle and then turn around and be like, oh yeah, go create your own chance? Those type of football is gone. Pep Guardiola, the man that everybody says the greatest manager of all time, is showing you that I don't even play football anymore. Just lump the ball to that big robot up front. But somebody wants to tell me that, oh, we need to move the ball this way and that way. No, feed the beast. Isak had 2 chances and both was on target.
The last time Mo Salah played actually in any way like that was when he played off Edin Dzeko at Roma.
Yes.
Of course, he had a great assist record, I think, for Dzeko in his final season. I think he got something crazy, 15 or 16 assists or something like that. Him and the big man. He was playing off a big man, but that's nearly 9 years ago now. He hasn't done it in so long where he's just, like I say, he's not used to playing. He's not Jacob Murphy. Jacob Murphy is used to getting Isak passes the ball to Murphy. Isak makes a move. Murphy gives it back to Isak.
Getting it back. Yeah. Yeah.
Salah ain't giving it back to you.
That's it. That's what it is.
You know, so
I think Amy said that.
2 goals this season. He's got 2 goals this season. One of them is a penalty, and the other is the 4 goal against.
And that's the thing. If you take a lot of penalties away from Mo, his goal ratio is very different. And
you know, if he's going to be not giving it to Isak, then why did we bring? You know, they're not compatible. In my mind, you can make it work because they're both, but I don't think they're naturally compatible. Isak and Salah. I think it's like having 2 number 9s, 2 guys that want to score. They'll pass to each other if it's, you know, but they're both going to try and get that finish. So I think, you know, if you're going to bring in an Isak, he's the future. Mo isn't the future. So you
Irishman, quick question. I know everybody is bringing that. Why do you bring Semenyo or even Olise? And they start
Olise is the obvious answer. Yeah, Olise is like 10 years younger than Salah, nearly 10.
And they start feeding the beast. Because also feeding the beast also require Isak to stay up top, not dropping in the middle of the center circle and try to start.
Yeah, we don't need him to do that.
We don't need him to do that. That's why you got Wirtz and Szoboszlai and McAllister and that type of players.
Yeah. Olise is the absolutely, to me, that just makes too much sense for it not to happen.
Yeah. Why can't we get both? I know Rio. Yeah, we have Rio. Rio can still play because I don't think Gakpo is going to be there next year. Personally, I don't think.
No,
I think
you move
Rio.
Gakpo, you bring in a Semenyo, then you got Semenyo and Rio. You lose Salah in the summer because he's only got 1 year left, and the Saudis come in and offer you a massive deal. You get 3/4 of your price for an Olise. Boom, so you've got Olise and Semenyo replacing Gakpo and a 35-year-old Mo Salah.
Yeah.
34-year-old Mo Salah who only has 1 year left, who'll be going in the following season anyway. Makes too much sense not to happen. And Olise is on, like, last season he got close to what Mo was doing, like double figures or nearly 20 in goals and assists.
Yeah, but can you see Bayern selling him? That's the madness about that guy.
They're talking about having to sell a big player next year. Yeah,
they need to
that's
sell
the
players.
reason I'm talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
4 years ago, I would be like, no, you're not going to buy him. But they're talking about they're having to sell next summer. They're expecting to lose either him or not Musiala, one of the other guys, Harry Kane or Olise. So,
because
Bayern, man, Bayern's crazy.
I'm gonna start talking to Edris. Semenyo on the left, Olise on the right, Isak or Ekitike through the middle. You got Wirtz right behind them. All you need next is solidify the midfield. I will give Virgil 1 more year, depending on how Leone injury recovery is. McAllister's already talking to Madrid already. And that one we knew. If Ents is there, we know. Ents and I have always said that he's the odd man out in this team. You take McAllister out, you bring in your boy Wharton. Endo goes, you bring Baliba. Now, next year, we have to spend a lot more money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm worried about that next year, bro. Right now, I've got a game against Frankfurt. Elise is playing for Bayern Munich tonight. Semenya is probably chilling.
Why do you have to be a party pooper, JK?
I have to, bro.
We're trying to dream. Let us dream. We dream it, okay? That's how we got Isak and Ekitike and Wirtz.
Oh, I didn't even dream about Wirtz coming to Liverpool. Never in a million years. Like, that was just like a big surprise. So, but you know what? One thing though, I'm just like, we ain't seen the best from Isaac yet. We ain't seen the best from Wirtz. They're not even started. But so I'm just waiting for them to that to happen. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but Yeah, man. Hopefully
Until
today.
the manager change his
Ways.
stubbornness, we're not
Mhm.
going to see it.
Yeah.
Because the way he's playing is not helping anybody. He's exposing a lot of things. And yeah, the football, this is the thing that people don't get. Football changes. People figure you out and they move on. That's why it makes Pep, Klopp, Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, such great manager, Mourinho, all those managers so good because they have a system and they stuck with it for a long time. Eventually, it got found out. That's why Mourinho is back in Portugal. Conte, same thing, right? One of the managers where you could say he's the most adaptable was Don Ancelotti. But most of the other managers stuck to one simple tactic and it worked for them. And every year they were able to tweak a little bit and get people still chasing them. This manager got found out very quickly before the end of last season. And you would have thought he would have been like, maybe I need to change. But he stuck to his principles and it's getting him in trouble. And like Irishman said, if we lose the next 3 games, yeah, it won't be fun for him. But anyway, people in the chat, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Thank you for the new subscriber that we just got. We are 602 now.
Oh, bless. Nice.
Yeah, man, we're getting close. I mean, Irishman's production, Quincy Bold versus the hot sauce. I mean, like I said, the sauces have been good to me this summer. So I don't know how many chicken wings I'm going to eat. So bring in your most spiciest hot sauce because, right now I'm focusing on the next season. And as you can see, already giving you my 2 players that I want, Olise and Semenyo, countrymen. So we need to see him in here. We need a Ghanaian in the Liverpool jersey. I wanted Kudu so bad, but it didn't work. Gary, I swear you're going to be banned, man. They call me Ranch Quasi. The nerve of you, man. So remember when Ronaldo left Madrid and Benzema went to a different level? Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So people hit the like button, subscribe. We'll be back on Friday, another live edition. And hopefully, Liverpool wins, man. As much as we are frustrated and sounding very negative, we still want Liverpool to win. I know some people don't want us to win, so the manager get fired, but I'm not that kind of team where I want to see my team suffer, so the manager get fired. I know it doesn't sound right, but hey, Liverpool over everything, man. Liverpool over firing people. Edwards, I'm looking at you. Hold that contract. If we don't win another major trophy, yeah, he can go. I told you I'm on the dark side. And the only time I'm coming back to the light is if we win. So, people, hit the like button. Irishman, you have anything coming up next?
Yeah, show at 6 o'clock. Build up to the match. Team news, all that kind of stuff.
Yes, sir. So, people, if you haven't subscribed, please, Anfield Irishman, go subscribe to his channel. Right now, he is the hardest working man on this neighborhood we call the streaming world. Yeah, man, thank you for all of you guys and all the kind words that you guys been sending to me. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you. I love my community, man. So yeah, man, we out of here. Irishman JK.
Peace.